Hey, what's going on, team? So on today's Daily Walk, we're going to dive into some money mindset training. And I've had to do a lot of receive a lot of mentorship, a lot of coaching on these topics, or on this topic, because of some pre-domestications that I had growing up as far as the money mindset. So why should making money be a top priority? Here's the reason why. One is nothing great or good comes from lack. If you look at the degree of lack, so let's just talk about two different degrees of lack. One is I can't afford to buy the car I want, okay? It's a bummer, it kind of gets me down, I want the car, whatever, okay? That's a degree of lack, maybe it gets your mind off course or whatnot. But the worse that lack goes to, I can't afford a car, I can't afford a house, I can't afford living arrangements, I can't afford groceries for the week, and then down to I can't afford to eat today. That's where majority of your crime comes from. They've done demographic and statistical analysis. Crime is associated with lack. It is not associated with anything other than lack. So when you have lack, you have typical high crime. So embracing the money mindset, living in harmony with abundance. So let's look at three things and these are the top three reasons why it needs to be a priority. Lack was just the intro. Top three things that we can do with money is we can use money to buy time. Some of us are looking at pictures of our loved ones more than actually spending time with loved ones. And time was a big thing that I had to understand. I had money in abundance. It was great. I had no time. I missed graduation parties. I missed funerals. I missed weddings. I missed birthdays. I missed Christmas Eves, which is huge in my family. I missed New Year's. I missed it all because I was chasing this abundance, not realizing that this abundance should be used to save time. So that is probably the number one thing that you can do with financial abundance and why it should be a priority. So you can spend time with those that you love. Spend time in the community. Spend time on yourself. Very, very important. And when we're going to get into maybe tomorrow, the next day, some other money mindset issues as far as how to save these things, particularly time. Second is experiences. When you come from a place of abundance, you can create yourself experiences that is shared with those around you. Okay, so an experience could be a vacation that you take the office on or your family on. An experience could be a date night. Okay, they found that the level of happiness increases drastically when you spend your money on things versus experiences. So things might be like, this water bottle is a ring. Say I saved up, I really wanted this water bottle, it's got a shark on it. I'll get some dopamine release and I'll be happy for a short period of time. But if I can spend money on creating an experience, then that hits the memory process of our brain, or this memory storage section part of our brain, and then we can take that experience and we can relive it. We all remember vacations growing up as kids, or we all remember great experience going to our first ball game as a kid. Okay, those are all made possible through financial abundance. And third, what is going to give you the most joy, those first two things, saving time, can make you happier. Can creating experience? Yes, that can make you happier. But the true joy and the number one reason why I feel we should get up every morning and prioritize getting money, making money, is contribution. I know that in our church, we do a tithe. And at first, we kind of just did it because it was like the thing to do, you just do. But then we went to a separate church and we did the tithe. And every week, they will show us where that's going to. And holy cow, they're building missions. I had no idea. I thought it went to just, pay some bills. I had no idea where it went. But they were building missions in Haiti. They're fixing world water problems. They're like, hey, right here in town, we're funding teachers and getting them school supplies. And that right there, just by showing me that, literally made me want to level up my income. I'm like, What? I was so joyful. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that's what this money was being used for. I mean, I wanted to support the church. I just figured it was for salaries or whatever. But oh my gosh, no, our financial contribution as a community compounded and literally is changing the world. Literally is changing the world. So the more abundance that you have, you're going to hit all three. You're going to contribute, which might create an amazing experience for you. You know, it's amazing. Every single millionaire that I talk to, they're all doing like these amazing things to give back, and that's what gets them out of bed. You know, because I asked them, like, man, you're killing it. Why aren't you retired? You know, I asked the one, she's like 30 some years old. I'm like, why aren't you retired? You know, I mean, seriously. And she's like, I got to finance my mission in Haiti. I just freed 23 sex crime victims or sex slaves. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, she wakes up every morning being like, I got lives to save. Do you know what I'm saying? And money is one of the biggest weapons that she's using to fund these things. The Underground Railroad, where they go and then they free sex slaves. I'm like, my mind was just totally open to these conversations, and that's what keeps her going, is that contribution. And you're going to find that as you make money a priority and you buy more time, create experience, and then start contributing first, you're just going to find such a bigger reason why to get out of bed, because you're going to see, holy cow, this is an impact that I'm making. Or maybe you're using the money to save time so that you can go volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club. So maybe you're not directly writing checks, but you're there impacting lives because you made money a priority. So stop money shaming, get rid of those pre-domestications. You know, like for me, it was like, I was raised, money is the root of all evil and all of that things. Here's the thing, money is the great magnifier. If you are amazingly hearted people, which I know that you are, then it's gonna magnify that amazing giving heart that you have, okay? If you're not an amazingly good-hearted person, it might make you more of a jerk, but I'm gonna tell you, you're not gonna be blessed or trusted with financial abundance very long with that, if that's the case. So just realize, hey, I am a good-hearted person. I'm an amazing-hearted person. I'm a born giver. I want to have a bigger cup to give from. All right, excellent. We're going to talk a little bit more along these subjects in future daily walks. So hopefully this kind of lit a fire under you like it does for me every time I go to church and I see what that money is able to do. It's like lights a fire. It's like, all right, we're going to make some sales calls. Okay, I got you. So hopefully this lit a little bit of a fire and gave you some permission to be like, hey, it is okay to wake up in the morning and say, you know what? I've got to strive for abundance. That is a good thing because you are a born giver. You guys have a great day.